Hi everyone, welcome to our channel. Today we are packing for the Icon of the Seas. We are so excited to finally board this ship. We're going to be on the 4th sailing of the Icon. We are doing the Western Caribbean itinerary next week. And I'm just going to show you a little bit about how I organized and packed for our family of 5. So I'm a boy mom, again, family of 5, 3 boys, ages 10, almost 11, 7, almost 8, and a just turned 2-year-old. So we have a wide range gap of boys that I need to pack up for. And we're also spending some time before the sailing in Miami. So I just want to, again, share with you some strategies that I'm utilizing that kind of make my life easier and also allow me to share some of the getting ready with the big boys so they are able to easily find things and so I can kind of stay sane with my packing strategy. So just to kind of jump into the obvious, I'm going to pack 1 bag for our pre-stay. So like I said, we're going to be staying a few nights in Miami at the JW Marriott Turnberry before we board the Icon. And I'm going to pack everything that we need for that stay in 1 bag. So that way I don't have to worry about opening up the other suitcases. I don't have to go fumbling and trying to unpack and look for this and that. So I have everything that the 3 boys need for those 2 days here in this packing cube. I'll just quickly show you kind of how I have it organized. This is a deeper cube that I have here. I have all of their pajamas on top. And then I have 2 boys on the right-hand side. My 2 big boys, I have their underwear, their outfits, their socks all kind of bundled up in here. And then I have the babe on this side. And then I also have just an extra outfit for each of the boys. So they want to wear their Messi gear to board the ship since Messi is the godfather. They're really excited about it. They're huge Messi fans, so we have their jerseys there. And this is everything that they're going to need for those first few days in Miami. And I like it that I keep it all compact. Like I said, underwear, socks, everything that they could possibly need is in this cube. So when we unpack this is the only thing that I'm going to need to pull out for clothes. Of course, we have the baby, so we have tons of diapers. I overpack on diapers. My strategy for diapers is I calculate 7 per day for my trip, and then I also bring additional diapers in my diaper bag just kind of as a backup. 7 per day, I've never run out, so that is definitely my strategy. I have an extra thing of wipes here. Again, I also pack one in my diaper bag, and then boy mom, kid mom, so I always have wipes in the side of our backpack for traveling as well. And then even though he's not allowed to swim on the Icon, he's in the process of being potty trained, we do have swim diapers here for him when he's in the splash pad, when we're off the ship, when we're in Coco, and then when we're at the water park at JW Marriott. This little cube right here, when we get there, we land really early. Our flight lands at 8 a.m. in the morning, so we're anticipating to be at our hotel by 9:30. I did set up private transfers for us, so they should be there waiting for us. And in this little bag, I'm going to keep it in my personal item, so that way when we get there, they have everything that they need to go right to the water park. I checked the weather and it does look pretty good. But in here, I have a bathing suit for each of the boys and then swim shirts for them and then some additional swim diapers for the baby. So I have everything that they're going to need that first day, those first couple hours, I have in here. And then, of course, sandals for each of my boys, sunscreen for that first day, hats for the first day, a light little muslin blanket for the baby. I just feel like I'm going to tuck this in the back of the stroller. It's probably going to be like our stroller blankie. And then this is kind of getting to the obvious, but here's our toiletry bag. I love, 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 love this toiletry bag. It was recommended to me by a friend of mine that I work with at Magic Vacations, and it's definitely become one of my favorite travel items. I can link it in the description below for you. I won't open it because it is big and it does hold a lot, and I have all full-size items in there since we're going to be gone for over a week. But again, I'm packing for a family of 5, so this is perfect for a family-size toiletry bag. In here is our med kit. I'll just kind of briefly show you what I have. We have like NyQuil, DayQuil, Neosporin, Band-Aids, Benadryl, Vicks Vapor Rub. We have Gatorade packets. We have Motrin, Tylenol, Benadryl, thermometer, Tums. I mean, anything, chapstick. I have aloe in here, like anything that you can think of, I pack it in here, and I bring this on all of our longer trips, especially if we leave the country, because some items can be difficult to find and very expensive too if you need it. And honestly, like who wants to spend vacation time running around to a pharmacy trying to find what they need? And then I always pack an extra thing of ibuprofen for them too, just because kids and you never know. So I have for the baby, I have a little Tupperware container just in case we want to bring some snacks around for him, and then a baby spoon that I'm going to stuff in his diaper bag. And then of course I have our travel, still has bottles and sippy cups. So I have our travel little bottle washer, and I bring my own soap from home, and then I just kind of make a little sink area in the bathroom to wash his stuff out. I picked up these cups for this sailing because I brought these on our Disney cruise, and they worked out really, really well for us. But this time I did buy the jumbo pack because I dropped one of my cups on the last cruise and it shattered, and I ended up really missing it since I didn't have it for the rest of the trip. So I figured here I have 5 cups. If we don't all use it, we don't all use it. I can share them with other people that we have coming with us as well. Brought some laundry pods. Even though Royal Caribbean doesn't allow you to do laundry yourself on the ship, I just always pack laundry pods in case I want to wash something in the sink or kids soil, anything. So just a couple in there, and then just a few snacks for them for those first few days as well. We typically, our kids wake up really early in the morning. So we usually just put a little bit of a snack for them on their bedside table. So that way when they wake up, in case we're not ready to go down to the Windjammer and like get breakfast, they can have a little something in their belly. So that kind of sums up why we bring the snacks. And then these are hooks. So if you're not aware, if you're cruising, these little guys, all of the stateroom walls and the doors on a cruise ship are magnetic. So these are handy because if you just pop them up, you can hang like beach bags, hats, lanyards, all kinds of things. And I mean, this just fits a hat like perfectly. So it really gives us a little bit of additional space in our stateroom. So yeah, I highly recommend hooks. All right, so now I'm going to show you a little bit about how I organize the boys for the extended portion of our trip. So this is once we get on the ship, this is how I have everything organized. First off, packing cubes, they're a lifesaver. These are not the compression packing cubes. I'm not a huge fan of the compression just because I don't want all the wrinkles. So these are my favorite. These are from TravelWise. Again, I can link these down below from Amazon. We give each person in our family their own separate color. Nolan is always black. He loves everything in black. We have the baby in teal and Camden in green. So just to start, we always pack each of our boys a blanket. So shout out to Tia Rosa for grabbing these blankets for the boys. They're lightweight. They have their name on it. They have their number on it. They're perfect for travel. They're super soft. They fold up really small. So we appreciate them, and they are our go-to travel blankets now. So just to get into a little bit about how I pack the boys. So of course, each boy gets their own color, and then I'm going to start with Camden over here because he's a size 7'8", and his clothes fit really nicely in packing cubes. So on one side I pack up all of his underwear, and then on the other side I pack up all of his pajamas, and I brought 3 pairs of pajamas for each little guy on the trip. And so it's a 8 or 9 night trip. 3 pairs of pajamas is what I packed for them. And then I packed 4 pairs of socks. I don't anticipate that they're really going to be wearing too many socks since we're going into the Caribbean. So that's packing cube number 1, socks, underwear, pajamas. Packing cube number 2 is all bathing suits. So I packed 7 bathing suits because I anticipate they're going to be wearing bathing suits this week as their day outfit. So 7 bathing suits, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 7 t-shirts and 2 swim shirts for Camden, so he can kind of swap out. He can wear the t-shirt or wear the swim shirt. If his swim shirt gets wet, he can swap out into a t-shirt. But again, 7 bathing suits for the trip. And again, I have all of my boys matching in their bathing suits, and then I pack them. I just stack them one on top of the other. So in this big packing cube is all of their day wear. I'm going to pull this out just because this is their formal night outfit. And I didn't put it in the real formal night cube. So I'll kind of share more about that later. But again, he is a huge Messi fan. So pretty much all I packed for him are his Messi jerseys for comfy day wear for him to wear when he's on the ship or when he's lounging around after he gets out of the pool. So we packed 3 Messi outfits for him, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 regular just like down day t-shirts, and so he'll wear one of these on the way home as well. And then I packed him 1 pair of lightweight sweatpants for him to wear on the way home, so he has fresh clothes. And then I'm not really packing any sweatshirts since we are anticipating that we're going into warmer weather. They are only going to have the sweatshirt that they wear down on the plane. So I'm not going to get into too much with the other boys. I don't want to bore you with how I pack them, but I do just want to show you how different sized kids' clothing fits in the packing cube. I love the way Camden's clothes, like I said, size 7, 8 fit into a packing cube. Paxton's also fit really nicely. He's like a 3T, 4T. So again, pajamas on one side, socks on the other. He obviously doesn't wear underwear yet, so I just have some little white onesies in there, but they fit really nicely. And then as far as bathing suits, like, look how perfectly they just fit in the packing cube. They're like the exact same size. So for him, again, bathing suits on one side, swim shirts and t-shirts on the other side. His clothes just seem to fit really, really nicely inside these packing cubes. And then for his day wear, again, I have their like formal night outfit here. But everything, I just fold it in half and it fits so perfectly in this packing cube for Paxton. So I did bring him an additional sweatshirt just because he is a baby. So if he gets cold, I know my big boys will be running around, but he does have an additional sweatshirt compared to them. And then all of his t-shirts are over here. And I did bring him, again, some extra clothes than what I brought for the big boys, just because I think he's probably going to get a little bit messy. We don't have laundry on this trip, and I just want him to have like some fresh, clean clothes if he does get messy. And then he has some extra shorts too. So I just bring like all of the basics. I bring black, tan, navy in like sweatpant kind of shorts, and then I bring khaki and blue in dressier shorts. And I put my boys in just like khaki and navy blue shorts for dinner. And then I only dress them up in pants for the formal night. That's kind of how I've always done it for them. And they usually just eat dinner, take a picture, and then go off to the kids club or play in the playground area. So I don't really think that they need to be kind of formal every night. But again, you can do what works for you. All right, so I'm just quickly going to talk shoes. This is kind of how I organize it in my head. I'm a visual person. So I have them organized by child. My boys like to wear the Hey Dudes over here, so I'm going to have them wear that on formal night. As you can see, we are still missing a pair for Camden. He grew out of his from the last trip. So formal night shoes here at the top. They're going to wear their Hey Dudes, probably wear those to dinner every night. And then they have their Crocs, which all kids need a pair of Crocs. And then Paxton is going to wear these little shoes kind of as his sneakers, because he doesn't really need sneakers for this trip. So he's going to wear those like sandal Adidas, and then the big boys are each going to bring one pair of sneakers. And so that'll be like for their active wear when they're on the ship and they want to do soccer and they want to do basketball. They'll have a pair of sneakers. So definitely bring a pair of closed-toed shoes if you plan on doing any of the activities on board. And then of course they each have their pair of sandals, which I don't have out here just because I'm packing that in my day bag for the Miami portion. But yeah, so dressy shoes, Crocs, sneakers, and a pair of flip-flops. So 4 pairs of shoes. They're gonna wear 1, so I'm gonna pack 3. All right, so this I think might be my favorite packing tip of the video. This is how I pack my boys for formal night, how I pack all of us for formal night. This strategy, if you know me, you know I'm a little bit extra. I love the matching coordinating outfits for each of our dinners. I just think it makes for really nice family photos and we just look clean and put together. So I really like matching my family. I realize not everybody likes to do that, but if you're like me, this is the way I do it. This is the way I keep it organized in my head. So I take 1 of my large packing cubes and I pack all 4 of my guys in their evening wear, so whatever they're gonna wear that night, I pack it into 1 packing cube. So I'm not gonna take everything out just because I have it organized nicely in here to kind of show you, but so I pack, this is for 1 night for all 4 of them, and then the next night for all 4 of them, and then the next night for all 4 of them. So I put Paul's on top, then Nolan, then Camden, then Paxton, so biggest to smallest. And then just to kind of show you like outside the cube how I have it, so I have all of them in a row here. That's 1 night, and then Paul, Nolan, Camden, Paxton, another night, Paul, Nolan, Paxton, Camden, sorry, mixing up my family. But my biggest hack is this is what I do. I number them. So I take a little piece of tape and I just put a number on there for whatever night we're gonna wear that. It doesn't necessarily have to be that night that we're gonna wear it, but just so that way it matches up with my dresses. And then I also do the same on my dresses. So that way when we're unpacking, I don't get like confused, and Paul can help me dress the boys in the evening. The boys can dress themselves. They just look and I tell them, all right, tonight we're gonna wear number 4. Usually they go based off of what I choose to wear that night. So I choose to wear whatever dress it is I wanna wear, and then I tell them, go get this number because that's the number that my dress is tagged at. So that way everyone is matching all the time and Paul doesn't have to say, where is that? What color are we wearing? That's just kind of what works for me, what keeps my life simpler. But yeah, and then all of the evening wear is all packed into 1 cube. So when we get there, when we get on the ship, even if we don't necessarily like unpack and hang everything, which if you know Paul, you know he loves to hang everything. All of the formal evening is just nicely, neatly packed in there in order of people, and I really don't have to go rummaging through daytime clothes, nighttime clothes, looking for different color cubes for my family. I know that everything that we need every night of the trip is going to be in here. All right, so in this video, I'm not gonna get into too much about what I pack for myself or what Paul packs for himself. It's more just about how we organize a large family when we are packing for a trip. But just to quickly show you how I pack everything and how I number organize. So as I mentioned in the previous, I number everything. So these are how I number it, my little tags on there. Number 4, number 1, and then they correspond with the numbers in the cube. But for a cruise, we usually bring our suit bag. So Paul has his suit in here that he will wear for formal night. And then I have all of my dresses for the entire week for dinner in here. And then Paul's going to fill up the rest of it just kind of with a lot of his items as much as he can. We are hoping to bring 4 suitcases on this trip. So family of 5, hoping to just pack 4 suitcases, 3 large suitcases, and then this suit bag. So down here, he's going to utilize this space with his dressy shorts. Again, my boys like to wear shorts for dinner. They're not super fancy. And then in this top section, he's going to pack his bathing suits. And then in here, he's going to put socks and boxers and that kind of thing. And that should really kind of wrap up and fit nicely in here. it just zips up tight. And then anything else that he has left over will just go into one of the large suitcases with some miscellaneous items. All right, so lastly, I'm just going to kind of share with you some of the personal items that I'm going to bring on board. Won't get into my diaper bag because you mamas know what you need in your diaper bag, but just to kind of show you how I pack and organize my personal item. And a question that I get all the time is, what do you pack to keep your boys busy on the plane? So I'll share some of that with you. But first of all, I'm just going to open my side pocket, and this right here, the best traveling wallet. I've gone through a lot of different travel wallets. This one seems to fit our family the best. I picked it up at TJ Maxx. I will link something down below that is similar to this. But I love it because it has the wristband. So if I'm in line, I can just zip it up, keep this out. I keep our passports on one side, and then I keep all of our, this is from my parents, but I keep all of our travel documents in the order that we're going to need them on the left-hand side. So I have our flight documents, I have our transportation documents, I have our ship documents, I have our hotel in there. I also have, we rented a car on the way back. So I have all of that printed out in the order that I'm going to need it. And then here, this is also another awesome travel hack. So if you are a cruiser, highly recommend that you pick these up. Also be careful of the size and shape of them, because every cruise line has a different shaped luggage tags. These happen to fit Royal the best, in my opinion. I can link them down below as well, but I love these because if you're new to cruising, you're going to get these little paper tags, and they tell you to fold them on the lines, and then they tell you to staple them or tape them to your bag. And when you get to the cruise port, you're going to check your luggage with a porter there, and then your luggage is just going to meet you on the ship outside of your stateroom. But these are paper, so if it's raining, if they get wet and you staple them and they rip off, or if somebody grabs your luggage by accident, or if it tears off because they're stacking luggage on top of one another, you could potentially lose your luggage. Maybe not necessarily like forever for the remainder of your sailing, but it could just take a little bit longer to get to your stateroom and just give you like a little bit of anxiety on that first day. So these right here, I love them. I swear by them. Like I said, I'll link them down below. Awesome travel hack. So I keep those in there. This side, I keep a copy of our passport. So if we're going off the ship, like if we're in Europe or something, I just always keep that in there. And then I keep my travel agent card, and I keep our cash. So that's what I keep in here. Again, I love having a travel wallet. I keep our passports down below. So that's what I keep in my travel wallet. And then getting inside. So I keep a couple of extra diapers just in case for easy access. I keep a couple of snacks, which I have snacks in my diaper bag, but just some snacks just in case. I also keep Tylenol for myself because I do tend to get headaches on travel days. Not sure if it's the stress or the altitude or what it is. I keep Tylenol and Motrin for the kids as well. And I also have my sunglasses handy. I keep 2 pairs because I travel with a toddler, so he usually breaks one of them on me. I have my packing blanket. And then I also have headphones for me and for the baby in here. And we are flying JetBlue, so we need the headphones that actually plug in rather than the Bluetooth ones. So I keep that. And then now just to kind of show you my bag of fun for the kids. These water wow books from Melissa and Doug are amazing. We have all different themes, but basically you just fill the pen up with water and then they can draw and the photo magically appears. It will keep them busy for quite a while. Even the big boys love this, so definitely grab one of these. The other awesome thing that Melissa and Doug has that I like to bring on the planes is the scratch books. They're very similar to that. They're just like a black piece of paper. You scratch it off and then the picture appears. So that tends to keep them busy for a good while. I definitely recommend those Melissa and Doug books. You can pick them up at like Five Below, AC Moore. You can pick them up online. I haven't really seen them at Walmart or Target, but they're definitely around. And then these little whiteboards, Nolan drew this picture and he wanted me to keep it. I'm not even sure what it is, but these little boards can keep their attention for a long time too. So I definitely recommend those. And those are the smaller size. I know they come in bigger sizes as well, but I have one for each of the boys there. All right, so in here, I just have random little toys. I mean, these are like McDonald's dollar spot toys. But just if they want to do like pretend play, I have a couple of dinosaurs in there for them. I have like a little car. So these are toys that I don't care if they get lost, if we lose them on vacation. And this is just like a little fidget spinner. I like to play with him, honestly, this baby Groot. I think he's awesome. But yeah, all these little toys, like I said, I bring things that if they get lost on the plane, if they fall under the seat, if we can't find it, I'm not worried about it. I don't think they really have an attachment to it. So bring things you don't care if they get lost. And then I bring these sticker sheets. So I know these are popular. You can get them at birthday parties sometimes. You can buy them in bulk at like AC Moore, but I just bring whatever ones we have laying around in the house because we always seem to have a ton of those. And then I always pick up these little play packs too. So lately Paxton has been into Ninja Turtles, so I picked him up a play pack. They just have crayons, stickers, a little coloring book inside, and it keeps them busy for a little while. These Wikki Stix, I don't know if you've seen these. A lot of restaurants sometimes give them out as instead of like crayons in a coloring book, but these can tend to keep them busy for a little while too. They just bend them, twist them, shape them. And then stickers as well, not the flat stickers because you don't want to leave anything behind, but if you get the ones that are kind of like puffy, they can re-stick them and those tend to keep them a little bit busy too. I bring Play-Doh. He's in like a Play-Doh phase, and I bring like a plastic fork for him just to play with, but he likes Play-Doh. And then I also bring slime. I really try not to bust out the slime, but if I'm desperate, I might. My big boys, they like to play cards. So I do have a pack of cards here, and I'll play like Go Fish or something with them. And then these are cool. I picked these up at Atlantis one year. They're called Tegu blocks, and they're magnetic. So if your kids like magnetiles, these are something similar to like a magnetile set. And they can build like little houses, and I don't know. They like it, and they're magnetic, so you don't have like a million pieces just falling under the seat in front of you. And they fold up really nicely, and they seem to keep them busy. So I always like these. They come in a little pouch. These are awesome. And then lastly, amazing putty from Target. This one comes with the laser, so it makes the white putty turn purple. They like to write things in there, write their name, write little messages to each other. So that's kind of the last thing that I have here in my bag of fun tricks. And I also have lollipops too. I don't know where I put them, but I always bring lollipops. Paxton is the only one of our babies that seem to have a problem with like the altitude regulation in his ears. So we are trying lollipops this trip on him. Hopefully that will alleviate some of his pain. And again, that's why I always bring Tylenol too, because he, for some reason, like his ears just can't pop and can't regulate. So if you're looking for ideas on what to keep your kids occupied on the plane, this is kind of what I keep in my bag of tricks. So I hope it helps you guys too. All right, so that kind of sums up how I organize for, again, our family of 5 sailing on the Icon of the Seas, or any cruise for that matter. It's kind of my packing strategy and how I pack up a large family. So if you liked this video or if you found it helpful, please give us a like and subscribe to our channel. It really helps us grow, and we do appreciate all of your subscribes and your likes. Thanks for watching, everyone.
Thanks for watching, and safe travels!